What's up, everybody? It's Quack, and today I'm finna be giving my reaction to chapter 1181 of One Piece. Now, if you guys don't remember last chapter, we left off with Loki and Emu confronting each other for, I believe, to be the first time since Emu's come back. I've been seeing a lot of posts, especially on Twitter, about how Emu and Loki are about to be pretty equal. At least that's the way they made it seem. Like the post that I read, hey, Sukuna and Gojo, right? Them niggas, they weren't equal, but niggas, they were banging. They were going blow for blow, and that's not something I wanted to see. But without further ado, let's get straight into the chapter. All right, so we start off with the chapter titled "A God and a Devil." Then for the cover art here, we have Carrot, which I think this is Carrot, walking on some weird looking shark pandas. At least I believe these are shark pandas. I don't know what the hell these things are. I don't know, they look kind of interesting, I'm not gonna lie. I like how they got that that clown look. Honestly, I mess with them. I mess with them. We start the chapter off with a flashback with King Harold telling Loki that you must kill me and tell the entirety of Elbaf what I've done. Then brother Loki pulls up and he's like, my dad was supposed to live all the way up until he was elderly. You enslaved him. Now I'm finna put my hands on you. Now bro squaring up with Emu, and he's about to get humbled. Because we all know, Mu, my nigga, you not finna just go speak any type of way to Mu and get away with the hell nah. Mu, put your hands on this nigga, show me what it is. And then you got Mu talking about some, you suffered, nigga, all the suffering I've done had to go through, all the slaves I've had to kill because of my anger towards the situation. Like that's the thing that people don't understand, is Emu is truly a character you can really empathize with, you know? I don't know what Loki called himself doing, but he looked like he finna try and swing on Emu. So Loki goes for it, pissed, thinking about the memory of his father being stabbed, with the last words being, I don't care about how I'm remembered. That's not important. The only things that are important are Elbaf and its people. So Loki slams and we get a huge lightning strike that comes down at the spot to where the impact occurred. And all I'm gonna say is, we all know what's about to happen here. Before I go to this next page, if I see a mark on Emu, I'm dropping the show. I'm calling Oda and I'm telling him personally that I'm dropping the show. Then we have Ragnar charging up his dog water attack with Loki slamming, looking as though he's finna try and embed Emu into the ground. But this is Mu, of course. So Mu decides to block it with one hand. So they block this attack. Creates a massive explosion, right? And all I gotta say is, so far, it's not looking too good, man. It's not looking too good for Loki, that's all I'm saying. How are you supposed to be a quote top tier and you can't even get down with Emu? What kind of crap is that? Like, that's all I gotta say, man. On the other end of the battlefield, everyone's just being blown away by the intensity of this battle, and our fireman Jinbei is still doing nothing. Like, man, how are you a warlord, my nigga? What did you do? You have not done anything since your introduction into the show. Like, actually, no, let me take that back. Before you joined the crew, before he was an unlockable character or an unlocked character, he was good. Then all of a sudden, now he just can't do nothing but put out fires. Like, that's Oda. This can't be it. I thought it was it for Frankie. It wasn't. So I'm hoping same's gonna be with him. And back to the battlefield, Loki's trying to figure out what's going on. Like, how were you able to tank this blow, and how are you spawning in these black flames? Like, what power could you possibly have? And it's honestly kind of reminds me of that scene with Kaido and Luffy, you know, when he first transformed and Kaido was trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Like, how are you using the powers? You know, you have a transformation, but you're using paramecia properties. And it's like, you know, like, this is kind of what this reminds me of. Emu then fires an omen, then saying, Omen is simply Mu's military might. And one thing I do want to bring attention to is, why is Emu's arm growing so big? Like, come on, my nigga. That ain't it, bro. And I guess it is One Piece, so I'll let that one thing slide. Then Emu scales themselves up to Loki's level and exclaims how their power dwells in all things. I want to stop right here. Do we listen to the way Emu talks? Like, its power dwells in all things? Like, aren't you talking about your own power? Now, it comes to a point to where I don't believe that this is Mu. I think Emu and Mu are two different niggas, man. I'm not gonna lie. Something tells me that this is not Mu, but they both draw back ready to attack when they clash into each other. Emu then maneuvers around Loki, jumping into the air with a shocked look from Loki, and I believe spawns in a sword here. I can't really see from this panel, but I believe he spawns in a sword. Yo, editor Quack here. I don't know what the hell happened, but I had a whole like little rant here, and it's just completely missing. I don't know where it went, but it's gone. So, my bad. Nigga, I told you, bro. I told you Mu cannot be touched. So, freaking Mu cools down in this nigga's chest, bro.
You what?
Like, oh my god. Okay, I see where that picture of like Mihawk, that's been like getting spread around. I see where it comes from. I see why they put it there. Yeah, man, this nigga is so trash, man. Loki is trash. I'm sorry. Like, Mu cannot be touched. So he pulls out a giant blade called Nemesis, and I believe that this blade actually doesn't have a normal like blade. I don't think this is a black blade. I think this is just black flame, because at the panel before there was black flame coming from like this little base part. So I believe that that's what that is. Strength is an attribute people naturally crave. Saying this while he leaves Loki in the dust, and that craving can easily be satisfied through corruption. All it takes is for one to submit their will to a covenant like Herald did. When their envy drives them, they'll achieve power. Those three things together form a trinity. Interesting. Emu throws a giant demon ball at Loki, with Loki looking shocked at how fast it's speeding towards him. It blows up in his face, with Emu finishing off their sentence saying, "Known as Dominion, shall I grant thee the power of God? In one step thou wouldst go far beyond humanity." Loki coughs. He gets back up and quickly goes for a blow on Emu, screaming, "I don't want it!" A giant explosion goes off with the rubble settling. Loki sits down thinking it's over. So God's dominion, that's your power. It sounds more like a deal with the devil to me. So even my nigga, well, not my nigga, y'all nigga, Loki kinda knows something's kinda up with Mu. I'm not gonna lie. It's gotta be like Mu. And one thing I will say, they got those same 3 skulls as Blackbeard. I'ma just throw that out there. I don't know if those 3 skulls really do mean anything. I'm just saying they're there. Is there a difference between a god and a devil? Beats me. I just know I ain't gonna let myself be dominated by anyone. Emu's just hovering over Loki, looking down upon him. The world itself rejoices in a state of dominion. So now we see, still a silhouette of Joy Boy right now. At least I believe that's Joy Boy. And I think Emu. Hold on, right? Okay, check it. What if what we see here is the Zoan form of Mu, right? And Emu is the black silhouette. Emu is using the power of Mu to transform into this. And Emu is actually that stupid black blob. But what if it's because of Emu's body is just so badly damaged that he had to stay in the Holy Land because of some kind of thing he made up to where he can stay alive, he just gotta stay there. But since he left, his body started to take damage. Then he transformed immediately. I don't think he started bleeding because of his transformation. I think he bled because he left. This blob might actually be Emu. Okay, what in the world am I looking at? Okay, you got Emu screaming, "Isn't that right, Joy Boy?" And we're getting a very, very good look at Emu here. And goodness, man, what is Oda doing here? Like, I'm glad this isn't like a permanent thing. Oda probably just did this just for, ha 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 ha. But come on now, Oda, let's not turn around here. Then Emu just starts spewing hockey all over the place, and Luffy over here still eating. Yeah, I'm starting to think brother's scared. It looks like he's eating in fear right now. Has the Great Emperor finally fallen, or has he ever really been up? Emu was up, we know that. Has he really been up though? We come back to the fight and Loki gets the upper hand. Emu gets caught lost in thought, he takes advantage of it. He gets up and launches this dude straight into the Atom Tree. Emu, embedded into the tree, looks out into the landscape and sees a giant dragon. A look of fear comes across his face. Loki then charges up his Thorheim and Emu prepares for the impending attack. But before Emu can fully get in position, Loki lets it off, hitting Emu point blank, but it does nothing. Emu smirks. Thou really hast returned. End of chapter. And the chapter ends with him just having a smile on his face. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. In this moment, I honestly believe Luffy came back. We are about to see Luffy versus Emu for the first time. Because I'm pretty sure I saw the brief spoilers, and originally I was kind of thinking that he was talking about Loki because of Nidhogger. But the chapter before this just showed how Luffy was just trying to prepare. I mean, he looked good to me. He was just trying to down the rest of that food. Who's to say that wasn't a couple minutes ago? Now he's good to go. He finna pull up. The only thing about it is, are they really finna be able to do something? So far, honestly, I have pretty good hopes for this fight. Because think of it is, this fight showing me that Emu is a top nigga. This is the first attack that Loki has landed besides the blow from earlier that has actually done anything. And even then, Emu's sitting here like unfazed. A fearless smile. And this statement right here, thou really hast to return, he's probably not even talking about Loki here. Like I said, he's probably talking about Luffy. So at this moment, there's a good chance he doesn't even have Loki in his mind right now. He has Joy Boy. But this chapter was an absolute banger. I'm not gonna lie. I was really afraid that Oda was going to, make Emu look a little weak and make that invincible factor feel kind of faded. But honestly, it feels fine to me. If anything, it feels rebuilt. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a follow. And honestly, go do some good in the world. There's too much evil going on right now to not be that one good, man. Be that one. But I'll see y'all. God bless.